Jay says, Bentancur probably celebrating right now, thinking Son scored.
For God's sake. Move on.
David actually sent that one to us.
Oh, God.
This was Timo Werner running it out of play yesterday. Once again.
Every game he runs it out of play. At least once. And yeah, that was very frustrating as well. God, as well. And the 90, you need someone to you're trying to pull something out of the bag. You just got someone running out of play in bloody stoppage time. So frustrating.
Next up's Blue Deer saying the seats are almost full. And look at this, all our injured players front row yesterday.
Yeah, nearly got a squad full of injured players. Yeah. Oh, one thing we didn't mention is Yang Min-hyuk's going to be available now from the next game.
Yeah, that's true. Yang Min-hyuk.
Watching on, hopefully. Look, I'm not expecting him to come in and make an impact, but another body can't harm it, can't hurt.
Yeah. Do you see him playing any part in the Newcastle game?
Do I see him playing any part in the Newcastle game? I mean, he'll probably be on the bench considering our injuries, to be honest. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes on if we're chasing the game or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays a small part. Well, I guess depends. Maybe Ange looks at him in training things. Actually, he's not ready at all and just won't play him. But I think he'll probably have to be on the bench. I don't think we have a choice.
He should start the Tamworth game.
Yeah.
Dahlia says them three, and this is Sonny, Hwang, and Yang all talking after the game yesterday.
Yeah, Yang looks a bit left out, to be honest. I think the big boys are talking over there. But yeah, hopefully Yang can start feeling part of it.
Tadarius do love how our players comfort their captain. The players support each other through thick and thin, which fans could definitely learn from them.
Is that after his missed penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look. Obviously, I think that's just after we scored, actually. So he missed the penalty, but then it was just going into half time. Yeah, it must be going into half time because he was still on. So yeah, look, of course they're going to try and comfort him after the penalty. They're not going to lay into him. They know that if it was the opposite way around, he would do the same. So no surprise to me.
Next one is the embrace. Hwang and Sonny embrace at the end of the game. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, lovely moment after the game for them.
Carly on you Spurs says, walking without crutches. Save us, Vicario. The crutches are off.
Yeah, maybe he's getting closer.
Well, he is getting closer to March, yeah as the days go by.
Hopefully he can surprise us. But he's still got a big boot on, you can see on his left foot there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see if if he's put his crutches down or something, or he's just not got any. Yeah.
This is Mari7 showing us Hwang Hee-chan doing Son dirty yesterday.
So where is
no
he?
No way to treat your national hero. He's there next to Dragoshin.
Oh, there you go, left. Yeah, you can see. Go left.
Did him completely dirty, Hwang.
Well, he was absolutely spot on, wasn't he? Shame.
Next one saying, this is the same one about the players comforting Sonny. Spurs Watch saying 5 home league matches without a win, worst run since 2008, and that's a draw. A loss to Ipswich, a draw to Fulham, a loss to Chelsea, loss to Liverpool, and a draw to Wolves.
Yeah, it's obviously not good enough. We know that. And we have to turn it around. Yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, looking at that, it's not great. It's not great at all.
And just before that Ipswich game, the last win was Aston Villa, and after that, it said the stadium's a fortress.
He did. Fortress is being broken down.
Alex THFC says, this is our vice captain. Holy fuck, just licked with the club. So this was last night. Obviously, we all saw we'll see pictures of it in a minute, but Maddison and Brennan Johnson at the darts last night. And Spursy News commented on it saying, you taking the piss, the form we're in, and you go to the darts, unacceptable. And then Madders replies saying, shut up, you Wally, with a laughing emoji. I'm sure it's after a few beers as well.
He's taking it lightheartedly, I think.
And I just, first of all, do I think that they should be... look, they've got their own lives. They can do what they want after the game. But I just don't think he should be replying to anything on social media like that. There's just no need for it.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't reply. I don't have a massive issue with it, but he probably shouldn't. It's not a good look. I think he's obviously clearly, it's a light-hearted joke. I don't think he's angrily saying, shut up. He's saying, shut up, you Ollie. Like, get on, like basically just concentrate on your own.
Yeah, but you know what reaction it's going to bring.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid thing to say, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think actually it's not a good thing, but look, I think these players at the moment, they need to take their mind off Spurs for a couple of days. I think that'll help. I really do. I think they're mentally fatigued and we're in a rut at the moment, and they just need some sort of refresh. And I think going to the darts, just enjoying yourself for a couple of days. As Ange said, spend your time with a bit of family for a bit. Like, just get out of this. At the moment, it's game and game and game and game, and it's not helping things right now. The how intense and we're concentrating so much on each game, and we're trying to get these points. And I think the players are trying as hard as they can, to be honest. But they just need. I think maybe they need a bit of a mental refresh as much as a physical one. And I think go to the darts, do that. I think for me, I think they need to do that.
What I didn't like, though, yesterday, I was actually speaking to someone that was in the players' lounge yesterday after the game. And they were telling me, like, literally straight after the game, players are coming into this lounge and they're just, like, so happy, like, laughing and joking. And, it doesn't look like the result or the performance, like, seem to affect them whatsoever. And two of those players I'm going to talk about is Brennan Johnson and Bentancur, and particularly Bentancur, that gets that booking after a 7-match ban, to get that booking and a few minutes later you're laughing and joking coming into a thing. It just doesn't sit right with me. I'm not saying the players shouldn't laugh and joke after the game, but
so you weren't there.
But the emotion should be raw.
You're getting it second hand, right?
Yeah, obviously I wasn't there. Yeah, I was with you.
I'm saying you're getting it second hand, this information. So, who knows what he perceived, what he actually saw, and what he's saying. Look, maybe they were laughing and joking. Maybe someone said a joke and he laughed. I don't know the situation, but I think second-hand information like that, there's a lot of Chinese whispers, I think, all the time. But he might have been, and maybe, I don't know what the situation is, but maybe he was really down, and then someone tried to cheer him up, and all of a sudden you saw him laughing. But doesn't mean that result doesn't affect them or anything.
Yeah, it's just not a good look, though, is it? And like when you see the fans, how frustrated they are, and the players just laughing and joking, it just look. I'm not saying that they don't care, but optically, it just doesn't look good.
Again, but you as well. You're taking the second-hand information. You have to trust that he's definitely saw what he saw and all this kind of thing. I don't know.
Spurs fans beating Man City on the 4-0, 23rd of November, 29th of December. Pretty much reality.
Put me in the Squid Game, I think. At this point, get me in it.
Jay says Bentancur probably celebrating right now, thinking Son scored.
For God's sake, move on.
David actually sent that one to us.
Oh God.
THFC Tyree says unpopular opinion: Sonny is tired and shouldn't have started for the 7th Spurs game in a row. And I said that before the game.
Yeah, but also Timo Werner.
Yeah. But also, you say also Timo Werner, but I think there's more value in starting Timo and giving Sonny a rest so Sonny can come back fresher for the next game.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but also Timo Werner.
Football Confidential saying, by the way, Rodrigo Bentancur, fresh back from following an 8-game ban, lunges in on 96th minute, collects a needless 5th yellow card and now misses yet another game against Newcastle. Brainless, absolutely brainless. This is Spurs all over, brainless.
Yeah, all 7-game ban, but yeah, just a little minor correction.
Mari says, stay strong, Sonny.
Look, I'm sure he'll come back from it, but clearly, it was just not a good game from yesterday, and he's not been in good form, and I think he knows it. Clearly, some of his actions on the pitch tells me it's affecting him. Some of his decision-making, trying to make up for situations by going for shots where they're just not shot on rather than passing to players in better situations. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. That's because of the kind of performances he's had over the last few games.
Spurs Express saying Son Heung-min on the penalty miss. He says, I'm sorry in an interview with Neva.
I forgive you, Sonny, don't worry.
Yeah. And in the same interview, in the next quote, says, the most important thing is that the team members recover well. There are some parts of injuries that need to be managed well. I told you before this season. But there are so many games that there are cases where injuries are inevitable. I think we should pay attention to these parts. I'm thinking once again that the club should pay more attention to this.
Yeah, I mean, clearly they should. As I said, it can't be a coincidence what's with the amount of hamstring injuries and I mean, look, as I said, there are some injuries that you can't do anything about, like Vicario and stuff, and maybe even the Romero one. You know, can't really do much about those. But the amount of hamstring injuries we're getting, the fact there's about 6, and also the most important one is the recurring injuries. That's the big problem. I think each player, right, that's injured has had a recurring injury. Doggy, he's been injured. Odebear came back.
Doggy, Odebear, Van der Ven,
Richarlison, Van der Ven.
Davis.
Davis hasn't had a recurring one.
Yeah, he has.
Did he?
Yeah.
He came back and had a hamstring.
Yeah, and he's got another hamstring. He just got it in training.
Right, he got it in training. Yeah, Davis. So that's something that clearly they need to have a massive review about why that is happening and how to fix that, because that can't continue. It's really derailing us.
Next one again is the 3 Koreans behind the scenes. We'll move on to PDC tweeting out saying from football to the darts, and this sent Spurs social media into just overdrive yesterday.
Yeah, people who don't like seeing players smiling after a bad result, but look, these guys got to switch off somehow, and I don't blame them. I think it's, in my opinion, I think they need, at this point we got a little bit of a break right now, a bit of time to refresh, and I think I don't blame them for doing it.